Ladies and gentlemen, Big Bad
Hey there,
Ochava.
folks. This is your Big Bad Ochava, and we're going to be doing Blazin' Bull today. Alright, so on the menu today, we are going to have the Hoyo De Monterrey Excalibur Epicure. Now, this little sucker came out of the famous cigar, or famous sampler pack that they had going called the Inflation Buster. So this one was actually pretty decently priced. So we are looking at like I said, the Hoyo De Monterrey Excalibur. If you can get a good gander at it, absolutely beauty, just absolutely beautiful looking. We've been keeping the humidor over somewhere between about 67-68% humidity. So that's what she's been cooking in for a little while now. Now we are looking at a medium, allegedly a medium, Robusto. Now that's the 5 1/4 by 50 Robusto, so that's more like a Rothschild, really, but is what it is. Let's see, country of origin is Honduras. We are looking at a natural color, obviously. No flavor added to the wrapper or anything like that. This is Connecticut shade, Connecticut origin. So let's see what they've got to say about it. Now the authentic Honduran blend gets even more flavorful in the form of Excalibur Epicures. Sporting a natural U.S. Connecticut wrapper, as you can see over here, over medium-bodied blend. It's a three-nation blend, is what they're calling it. Excalibur is consistently well-rated and well-loved by casual smokers and veterans alike. So let's take a gander and let's take a look and see. Now they are wanting to sell these for, we're looking at $137 for a 20 pack box, or a 10 pack at $77, or we're looking at a 5 pack for $17, or we're looking at about $10 for a stick itself. So we'll give it a shot. Let's take it. Let's take a toke off of it. Let's see if it's going to be good. All right. All right.
Alright, and of course we're giving it that good old punch cut, and we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. Let's see how this tastes. Have to excuse the little wild weather we're having right now. It's a little spicy. Now, as always, I prefer to give it that good little roasting. Just pull your lighter far enough back that you get a good little roast all the way around, and that'll heat up all of those oils that sit in the cigar, just waiting to pop out. So well, now that's got good draw right off the bat. Immediately it's got good inhale. It's really smooth, really good. Once again, I do apologize for the camera wiggling around and all that, and the rip roaring of the wind. My little roll tide sign is holding on for dear life, and we're sitting here trying to hit this. Now, when it comes to appearance, just right off the bat, I mean, looks really good, looks presentable. The band itself is really pretty. It's a really nice little gold look onto it, you know. It's got the Ganer, Jose Ganer, I guess, the person, you know, famous for it. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't done my research on Hoyo de Nicaragua, so, or not Hoyo de Nicaragua, Hoyo de Monterrey. Excuse me. Handmade. This is number 194, 1971, limited edition. Yeah, looks great. It's got a good little taste to it, you know, solid flavor. The construction I'm a little concerned about because it really much, this right here, whenever you're rolling the tobacco, whenever you're rolling the cigar, I don't want to have that stem, as you can tell, you're gonna see it right there. I don't want to have that poking me in the mouth. Sit here, poking lip, poking corner, poking it. I don't like that. So I'm gonna have to take off some points there on mouthfeel and construction. As for the flavor profile itself, I'm picking up flavor notes of, it's very, very smooth, very, very smooth, almost like a cocoa, just, you know, straight up, yeah, like a smooth, a little creamy on the notes, just a little bit, like a little smooth, creamy, dark chocolate. Not very sweet, but very, you know, on that dark chocolate notes. Like a little chestnut maybe as well. The actual smoke itself, flavor as it's hitting the tongue, is very soft. It's very gentle as it's being drawn in. It's really, it's claiming medium, but I dare say it's more mild plus. Mild plus. It's really low end on the medium side, but the flavor is certainly there. Wow, I really like that. It's really, like I said, very smooth, very like dark chocolate, cacao. Little. I dare say more on the buttery side than on the creamy side. So more like a dark chocolate butter sort of feel. It's not bad. It reminds me of, it does remind me a little bit of one that had several years ago. For obvious reasons, you can't get a hold of it nowadays because the very branding has had to be removed due to things happening across the world, but it is what it is. Now when it comes to the ash quality, you can sit here and see right there, we're sitting there stacking pancakes pretty well. We're getting there pretty solidly, if I do say so myself. Flavor has been pretty solidly uniform thus far. Looking pretty good, pretty solid. Let's see, the intensity. Like I said, I'm personally seeing this as more of like a mild plus rather than a medium. This is super smooth. I will say that even with this little stem right here trying to poke out, it's nowhere near as obnoxious as it was with the, what was that, the CAO Italia, I believe it was, that had a serious stem poking through, and that was rough. And see, we get about a little shy of an inch into it. We're still stacking pancakes pretty solidly. Get about an inch into it, and the flavor starts to bring out more of like a darker suede, not inherently just like black leather, but it's very like a cured suede leather, very smooth still, very buttery, still got those dark chocolate undernotes. I dare say still a little bit of chestnut, just a little bit, not very much, but just enough that you can tell like there's a little nutty underneath it, little earthy. And like I said, with the presentability of this thing, the actual appearance of it, I mean, and the smoke coming off, the flavor profile, all of that, very much to me seems like this would be a fantastic one for being in a group, you know, just having yourself a little herf going on, herf nerder. I'm telling you, like that would be the name of a geeky cigar shop, herf nerder. That's the one. Somebody's going to use that. I'm copywriting it right now. Herf nerder. It's just a tiny little bit of spice just coming up. Just a tiniest little bit. Like, it's like that chestnut flavor kind of turns somewhat to a more of a clove. That's really nice. That's really smooth still. Really, really good. Now, thus far, for the most part, she's been burning pretty uniform. I mean, we are starting to get just a little wonky, but not too terribly bad. I've had them run a lot worse than this, so it's running. It's not really. I wouldn't say this is running per se. It's just not inherently burning exactly perfect right this second, but it has been burning pretty well. So, we just now lost our stack of pancakes. You know, I definitely say this liquidy one I could definitely see myself getting a hold of again. This is really nice. This is like I said, I believe this one came out of the Inflation Buster pack, and I can fully understand why it would be. I mean, this is pretty good premium. I don't know if I would pay $10 a stick for it, but I would definitely have this in a regular rotation. Maybe like monthly as more of a celebratory, maybe weekly. This is good. I feel like if it had just a little bit more sweetness to it, it would just round it out completely. Like this is good, damn good. Don't get me wrong. All right, so now we get a little into the halfway, a little past halfway, and I want to say that the chestnutty clove kind of flavor turns a little more walnutty. And me personally, I'm not too big of a fan of walnut, but the fact is, you know, it's sitting there transitioning those flavors. It is a bit, you know, complex throughout, so that's not too terribly bad. This seems like it would be really good, like after a big meal, like a big holiday meal. Like this would be a really solid one for upcoming holidays. And the flavor on it is pretty solid for, you know, like I said, very dark chocolate, very cacao, not sweet at all. Starts off with more of like a chestnut undertone that turns more clove, and then it'll turn more walnut, and then a little bit of pepper kicks in, but not very much. Like I said, it's more like clove than pepper. We'll say it does start getting a little tighter towards the end. That little stick right there, that definitely is thrown off a bit on it. Ash has been great quality on stacking the pancakes. Altogether, I'm gonna give it a 3.5. That's not a bad score. Not a bad score if you keep in mind that like 2.5 is more like baseline. So this is not bad at all. This is a very presentable cigar. It's very flavorful. Like I said, I would get a hold of it again. I don't know so much about going out and about, you know, specifically hunting it down, but I would definitely get a hold of it again. So, And as always, folks, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit those likes and that subscribe for me. Great trying to keep content rocking and rolling for you guys. So until next time, Big Bad Bull out.